So you want to play your old inZOI save file, but you don't want your Zoi to have those random generated traits. I have a solution for you. Today we are going to go over how to use cheats to change your Zoi's temperament and traits. Happy time zone, it's me Ivory and welcome to my gameplay diary. The inZOI October update has brought us so many new things, one of them being new traits and temperaments. Now, if you're using one of your older save files, maybe you got really attached to these Zois like I did, you would see that the game randomly generated traits and possibly a new temperament for them, and you don't want it. So I'm going to show you how to get those changed out. You probably already tried the create a Zoi cheat only to find that you cannot adjust the temperament and traits with the full create a Zoi cheat. So I am going to show you the brand new cheats that the team introduced so that we can go ahead and make these adjustments to pre-existing Zois. I have my girl Carmen here, and you can see she is an introverted neat freak, which introverted, okay, but neat freak, absolutely not. So let's just jump in and I'll show you guys how to do it. When you pick up inZOI through Steam, you can also support me as a content creator, but only if you like. And you can use my code mygameplaydiary when you pick up a copy of inZOI. You can use this code by going to the game options menu and then navigating down to gameplay and putting in my gameplay diary when you enter the game. Thank you so much for supporting me. First, you want to make sure that you have cheats enabled in your SciCat guide, and that's going to be the first icon here, the book with a question mark. So you'll click that and make sure you have cheats enabled. So then you want to hit Control-Shift-C. And this is going to pull up the cheat bar. So fun fact, if you click on this icon right here, the square with the I in it, you will get the information guide, and this is going to pull up every cheat that is available in the game. Now, if you've been here before, you definitely seen all these cheats, but if you look on the side where they have the content, you will see that there's something new added all the way at the end, and that is the trait and characteristic ID. So to set this up, you want to copy this right here. This is the template. You're going to do set trait as one word, then you're going to put the Zoi ID, the trait ID, the characteristic ID, and then the other characteristic ID. So for some reason, the characteristic IDs don't match the name of the traits. So it could be that they're like this, for example, they're a fitness enthusiast, but it says active. So you have to make sure that you use the proper ID to change it. And a lot of these traits also have incompatibilities. So you want to check the incompatible with. This is something that I learned from experience. If you're trying to put in two characteristics that are incompatible, the cheat will not be successful. Let's pop back into inZOI because the first thing you're going to need is the cheat show, Zoi, info, and then true. This is going to bring up the Zoi's IDs here. After you put in this cheat over the Zoi's head, you're going to see Zoi ID and then location with coordinates. So what you need here is the Zoi ID, the 16364. So keep that in mind, write it down, put it on a sticky note. I normally use my brain energy to remember these things, but this is so finicky. I just prefer to write everything down. So I'm going to copy this whole sequence here of the cheat, set trait, Zoi ID, trait ID, characteristic ID, and characteristic ID. So where's my sticky note? Okay. So I'm going to paste this on the sticky note, and I'm going to replace the Zoi ID and brackets. I'm going to replace that whole thing, remove the brackets, remove the number, but make sure that I'm not adding or removing any additional spaces. So now the trait ID, you have the category traits and you have all of the characteristics in game and the actual ID to change the coding of that. So I want Carmen to be reclusive. She's pretty much been reclusive. She has no friends. This trait really matches her. She's just like me for real. So I am going to copy the ID of that characteristic, not the actual characteristic. So I'm just going to hit Control-C and then bring back up my sticky note. And we only need one trait ID. And again, you want to highlight everything, the brackets included, but don't add or remove any more spaces and just change it that way. So with the characteristic IDs, we are going to need 2. And you want to be mindful of the incompatibilities again, because it will not work if you do not get it right. I want her to be a bookworm. And if you look here, you see that this next to bookworm is blank because it doesn't have any incompatibilities. So I'm just going to copy bookworm here. And then we need 1 more. I want her to be introverted. And I see here that she cannot be lively or extroverted with this. And here we have the sequence of code to go ahead and change her personality. So we have set trait 216364. That's Carmen Smith. She's a helper, bookworm, introvert. So we're going to copy this and let's go ahead and paste it into inZOI. Let me open up her Zoi card, make sure it goes right. And I have it pasted here, set trait 16364, helper, bookworm, introvert. And you can see here that the cheat applied. So now if we look back at her temperament and traits, she is a recluse, introverted, bookworm. Let's say here, for example, I put recluse instead of helper and I try to do the sequence, it will not be able to do the entire thing. So you'll just go ahead and rinse and repeat this for every Zoi in your household. If this video helped you, leave some hearts in the comment section. If you want to support me as a creator, you can like and hype this video. It's a free way to show your support for me on this YouTube platform. Or if you like, you can become a channel member. Channel members get weekly insight as to what I'm doing and what's going on behind the scenes. And I'm working on a members only series that you guys can enjoy. But other than that, I do want to say thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate y'all. Remember to stay hydrated, be kind to yourself, and I will catch you all in the next video.